There are so many different kinds of phobias that exist. Some of you might even be surprised that some people actually have these phobias, but everyone is scared of something, right? You have to be, come on. So here it is, the top 10 phobias you didn't know you had, and in the comment section below, tell me your guys' phobias. Starting off this list, and at number 10 with Ophthalmophobia, which is the fear of being stared at. Hopefully none of you guys are staring at me right now. This phobia generally arises from a traumatic event in a person's life that was likely caused by some sort of public ridicule. This phobia can also be associated with fear of drawing attention to oneself. You don't want to be the center of attention. I think we all experience this to some extent, especially when you catch someone just staring at you across the room and it makes you wonder if there's something on your face, maybe in your teeth, like what's going on. So maybe some of you guys, including myself, have this phobia. Alright, let's move on to number 9 with Macrophobia, which is a fear of long waits. I know this is my biggest fear. I just hate waiting for stuff. This fear arises when someone waits for a long time too frequently that has resulted in extreme frustrations. Symptoms of this phobia include sweating, urge to flee, like just run away, fainting, and the feeling as if things are like getting closer and closer to you. I guess people with this phobia shouldn't go to any amusement parks or major attractions, and a lot of people who suffer from this phobia actually do a lot of their shopping online to avoid the lines. I don't think that's like a phobia thing, I think that's just a smart thing to do. Number 8 brings us to Neophobia, and this is a fear of new things. A person who has this phobia is unwilling to try new things or break from their normal routines. A lot of us probably experience this when they move or go to a new school. This phobia is actually pretty common because new situations are scary and pretty unpredictable, so it's hard to break from like the normal routine. It's hard to break the habit to try new things. And at number 7, we're going to be talking about Ergophobia, the fear of work or the workplace environment. I think a lot of us have experienced this, one form or another, especially when starting a new job. But this phobia goes deeper than that. Sometimes people have an irrational fear of their workplace because they're afraid of failing at an assigned task, and also their social anxiety and public speaking. Haphephobia is the fear of being touched, and this comes into our list at number 6. Having this fear can cause a person to have a panic attack if they're touched. And you guys probably know Howie Mandel, he's one that has this phobia. People who are scared of being touched feel the need to protect their personal space because they're scared of possible, contamination or invasion. Up next, at number 5, we have Gelotophobia, the fear of being laughed at. So most people don't enjoy being laughed at, but there is another group of people that have a pathological fear of being laughed at. People who have this phobia associate laughter as a form of ridicule. Most of these people have poor self-esteem and self-worth. Decidophobia is the fear of making decisions, and this comes into our list at number 4. I think every girl has this phobia when their boyfriend asks them where they want to go for dinner. But in all seriousness, for some people, making simple decisions can be absolutely terrifying, and the fear of making the wrong choice will probably cause them to never make another decision ever again. You just don't want to make the wrong one, right? Do you guys feel me on this one? Number 3 takes us to Glossophobia, and that's glossophobia, not like glossophobia. It's not the fear of like glass, but it's the fear of speaking in public. We've all had to do presentations in school and stand in front of the class, in front of the classroom, there's lots of people. You have to speak out loud, read clearly, yeah. And then people who have this condition tend to freeze in front of an audience or even in front of a couple people. Their mouth just dries up, their voice is weak, their body starts shaking, and they just don't know what to do. This is just a phobia, and it's actually pretty common. Gerascophobia is the fear of growing old, and this takes the number 2 spot. I might have this fear myself. People who have this phobia experience anxiety about aging. They might be in good health physically and economically. They are constantly worrying about losing their looks, loss of independence, inactivity, impaired mobility, disease, and confinement. This is a fear I'm assuming older people might have. It might be more common with them. And now in number 1 spot, we have Nomophobia, which is the constant fear of not having cell phone service. I think this is my number 1 fear, guys. I'm pretty sure all millennials have this phobia. Am I right? We are so reliant on our cell phones today that it's so stressful. When their battery is like, oh my god, it's under 20%. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And you start freaking out. Most of us can't even go a full hour without checking their phones for messages or social social media updates. I mean, I need to see what people are eating for dinners and lunches and for breakfast. I need to see what people are up to. This phobia is definitely a newer one, but it's also very common. As we adapt, as we change, there's gonna be a lot more newer and newer phobias. Well, there you guys have it. Let me know if you guys have any of these ones. I know if some of these ones I'm like checking the box off because I do have it, especially the one with the phone. I gotta check what's going on right now, so I gotta end this video. See you guys.